We're back, guys.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here. They're gonna need to send in the National Guard, a fucking SWAT team, because I ain't going nowhere.
The Messiah ain't gonna stop us, chat. We ain't fucking going nowhere, goddammit. All right? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, guys. All of a sudden, I just saw OBS disconnected and the fucking stream went down. Yeah, it's fucking annoying, dude. This happened to me yesterday, too. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I'll get to the bottom of it. But we're back on now. Part 2 of the stream. Sorry about that, guys. But as you guys see, I was able to get it back on real fast. So we're back here. I'm a little pissed off, but, you know, but we're here, though. We are here. We are back. I'm double checking. I think I'm live on all the platforms. We should be back up on Kick and everywhere else. So, yeah, we are back. We are back. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and read some of these chats. Where was I? Let me read these chats from the last stream. Sorry about that, guys. But I have them saved here, the chats that you guys sent in from OSS before. So I got y'all. Okay, where were we? Myron, you should look into Professor Jiang. Some of his takes are very interesting. Predictive history. I'll take a look. Lavelle says, backstory in that trans black chick from yesterday. It's actually, well, I don't know what that thing is, but yeah, it's a chick. She's a hater, bro. She's been making hit pieces on me for a minute, so fuck her. That's why I was roasting her on X. Man, fuck them OSS. Like the video on locals, then go like on JTube as well. Always sweep your own porch first. Appreciate that, Keon Blake. Dimitri says, quick question. I got the first 5 people's email. I clicked the link and it's telling me to type in their email, but I don't want my card information to get sent to the email. It won't get sent. Bloom says, warning leaflets given at the hospital before bombing. Booby traps set by Hamas in there. Hamas bunker under it. Of course not. Would love to hear more people on the ground in Gaza debunk these BS talking points Israel always uses, but I rarely hear about it from Gazans on the ground there. Do you? Love your work. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, bro, it's all a bunch of BS. Hey, JTube chat, you either join OSS or get in the oven. Choose wisely. Okay, go. Lavelle says, let's get a poll on OSS about JTube. We should get a say respectfully. What do you want to, what to cut when? This was saying Yahoo said. So I think I got here a statement. Okay, so here's Netanyahu's statement somebody sent me. Israel deeply regrets the tragic mishap that occurred today at the Nasser Hospital in Gaza. Israel values the work of journalists, medical staff, and all civilians. The military authorities are conducting a thorough investigation. Our wars with Hamas terrorists, our goals are defeating Hamas and bringing our hostages home. You guys sure make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, bro. Yeah, people are not buying it. Yeah, yeah. Ken Rose with the thumbs up and then saying, what's up from work? Always clock in and listen even as I work overtime. Thank you, Jose Ramirez. Thank you very much, bro. And then let me make sure I don't miss any of the chats that came in through here. Ghost JQ gave us status. Merkius, YouTube niggas should have at least 75% engagement or shut it down within an hour. L Brokies join OSS. Shout out to you, Merkius. Yeah, you OSS guys hate the YouTube niggas, bro. Ryan DeFuhr, seems like Mossad attacks are only when the stream is still on JTube. Time to cut it. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. It's my internet goes down. It's not even just YouTube, bro. The whole internet goes down. I had to reset my router just now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this real quick. This is Trump earlier today, and Nick said you fell for it again.
President Xi would like me to come to China. It's a very important relationship. As you know, we're taking a lot of money in from China because of the tariffs and the different things, and it's a very important relationship. We're going to get along good with China. I hear so many stories about we're not going to allow their students. We're going to allow their students to come in. We're going to allow. It's very important. 600,000 students. It's very
600,000, bro.
Very important. But we're going to get along with China. But it's a different relationship that we have now with China. It's a much better relationship economically than it was before. With Biden, boy, what he allowed that, I mean, they just took him to the cleaners. You know, President.
And this was from a press conference earlier today. So let's go ahead with, I think Sulaiman has a space. Let's jump in there real quick, see what they're talking about. And then we'll cover the wrestling situation as well.
deliberately killed by Israeli aggression.
Yeah, that's sad to hear, and sad to hear that. I mean, it's nice to hear that you had that personal relationship with her, but unfortunately, it must hurt a lot more when you see what the Zionists done, right?
Yeah. She just the last message I received would help support, her only son, her
Right.
only child,
Test, one,
life, and yeah. So if anyone could help with that, I guess you could find on Instagram.
Okay, I can already.
For GoFundMe.
Thanks, Abdi. Appreciate you coming
Mhm.
on. Let me just welcome Myron onto the stage. Myron, thanks for coming onto the space. Lots to speak about. I just saw you tweet about the because I do want to get into that immediately. I just seen what's his name again? Your Clipper account tweet about your reaction to the Al Nasser hospital. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, can you guys hear me good?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, anytime I come in, I'm on stream right now, so I'm gonna turn my volume up too on my end. It always goes down. Hold on. Test 1 2 3. Okay. No, I was watching what went down, and as these aid workers were there, they just blew them up. And then Netanyahu came up with I just saw a tweet that he posted saying that it was a mistake, and our fight is with Hamas and it's not with journalists or aid workers. At this point, it's just starting to become like a sick joke almost. It's like people try to help, people try to, this isn't the first time they've killed journalists or aid workers or people from trying to bring food in or support the people or distribution workers. They've killed everybody under the sun. I was reading somewhere yesterday that this conflict in Gaza has killed more journalists than every other war combined. So at this point, it's like it's inexcusable, man. But what can you expect? Israel is taking such a PR beating right now. The only people I see that are still supporting Israel now at this point are either Zionists themselves or stupid politicians, American politicians. Anyone with half a brain is like, this is fucked up.
I mean, I completely agree with you on that. In terms of what you saw, because I saw your reaction to it, you basically had it where they deployed the double tap method on basically the double tap method, and I think a lot of people weren't aware of it. What's your and just for the audience, just for your audience, and you might have explained to them already, but just for a repeat, the double tap method is basically you bomb a specific location, you wait for medics, rescue workers, journalists, doctors, nurses to come and help the person, and then within 5 to 10 minutes you bomb that exact same location again to kill all of them, to kill everyone who's trying to rescue. Intentional killing of the civilians, which is a war crime according to the Geneva Convention. What's your thoughts on the world witnessing that in real time?
I mean, it's red pilling them. I did a poll earlier today where I said, hey, what's red pilled you guys the most when it comes to, Zionist / Jewish power in America? And, a healthy amount of them, I think the number 2 was the conflict in Gaza. And I think people seeing how Israel's just able to kill people with impunity damn near and like without ever being held accountable, it's red pilling a lot of people. Because, there was a couple of different things at play here, right? So like before October 7th, if you talked about this topic, we had a very strong censorship regime here in the United States because obviously they have such representation in our media and other, levers of power. So if you were a critic of any of this stuff, if you talked about them bulldozing homes and the West Bank, if you talked about them cutting the grass in Gaza, if you talked about the apartheid state or anything really that was critical of Israel as an American influencer or a news company or whatever it is, you could pretty much rest assured that the ADL, Media Matters, or SPLC was going to write a hit piece on you, and you will be banned at some point for talking about this topic. This used to be one of the most taboo topics ever. But now, with the conflict going on and how people are, you can't, the ADL and these what I call like these pro-censorship groups, they can't suppress everybody. So when you got people on, both the left and the right wing talking about this topic, and they're showing footage and we're seeing it real time, the censorship that a lot of these organizations used to be able to practice with impunity, you can't do it anymore because too many people are noticing at once. And, every day when we see a new clip from Gaza where a kid is getting bombed or the limbs blown off, this is stuff that we didn't have access to before. And then, I hate to say this as if like it's a good thing, but it's good that people have cameras in Gaza so they can, document what the fuck is going on so the world can see this. Because make no mistake about it, guys. This has been happening way before October 7th, shit like this. It's just that the international community wasn't aware of it because censorship was so goddamn strong for so long, because whether it's the United States, Australia, Canada, all of these first world English-speaking Five Eyes countries have substantial Israeli influence within the confinements of their government. So they've been able to lobby and make sure that anyone that did put out information like this before would be banned immediately. And I always use the example with like Candace Owens, right? So Candace Owens was obviously a huge figure to come out and talk about this problem. And once she started talking about it, what happened? New Zealand and Australia banned her right away. Well, how the hell is New Zealand and Australia banning an American citizen for anti-Semitism? Well, it's because there's a strong lobby in Australia as well. There is a functional equivalent of AIPAC and the Zionist organizations in America over in Australia. There's another strong one in the UK, which Sulaiman's talked about a bunch of times before, with the Labour Party. And as I look at some of the speakers here on this stage, there's a lot of us from different parts of the world. We got people here from Europe. We got people here from the Middle East. We got people here from Australia. We got people here from all over the place. And how is it that all of us, right, are from different parts of the world, but we all live in countries that are heavily influenced by Zionists? Well, that should tell you something. And this comes back to this, what I call systemic censorship for a very fucking long time. And now with Gaza, even though it's horrible what's going on and there's been so many people dying, it took that travesty, it took that fucking genocide in 4K for people to fucking wake up. And we're watching it now. And, the video that we saw earlier with the double tapping that you're talking about, Sulaiman, it's been going on. It's just that now that we're seeing it. Another ugly thing that people talk about a lot, that isn't that talked about that much in media, is how the IDF snipers, right, they play a fucking sick game where they'll take days where one day, okay, let's just shoot people in the legs. And every person that comes in that day to the doctor or to the hospital has the same exact injury. They have an injury, they got hit in the leg. And then another day they'll say, okay, let's hit everybody in the head. And then every single person that comes in that day to the hospital is going to be hit in the head. These are the sick games that the IDF plays when it comes to how they deal with these people. And the only reason that they're able to do this, and the reason why they double tap and snipe innocent people and make it a game, is because they simply don't look at the Palestinians as humans. That's what it comes down to. Now, they don't want to admit this, obviously, but, if you watch Israeli media or if you see Ben Gvir in the back or whatever, because for those that are wondering, the party that Netanyahu is a part of, the Likud party, he is the most, and I say this with air quotes, reasonable one in the Likud party. He's the one that's the furthest to the left that, is not as radical as other ones. But make no mistake about it. Everyone in this party wants to completely decimate all the Palestinians, get them the fuck out of there. They want to ethnically cleanse them. It's just that he is the face of the party, and he's the one that kind of goes in and understands how to answer questions, and he's a politician. And he knows how to deal with tough questions like they did with trigonometry with that bullshit interview that they did last week. But make no mistake about it, man. These guys want to completely eradicate these people. And it's obvious when you actually do your research and look at how they kill the Palestinians, they don't look at them as humans.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Myron. Another topic which is huge right now, or today, the breaking news, and I want to ask you a conversation. I want to speak to you about it. But funny enough, there's a tweet related to it that we've just been speaking about just before you came on. So Valentina Gomez, who's I don't know, she's some cartel member or she's escaped the Mexican cartel or something, is obviously trying to run for Congress in the United States of America. She burnt the Quran just about an hour ago. Now, why I bring that up is she's someone who's able to burn the Quran in the United States of America. Yet we have in the US, we spoke about this the last time you came on, a judgment within court which makes it libelous if you were to burn the Israeli flag because of the protection that is being placed on the Star of David on the Israeli flag, which they say is hate speech against Jewish people. So you can't burn the Israeli flag in the United States of America because it's going to offend Jewish people. Lucas Gage, as you know, was banned on X for 6 months for burning the Talmud. So you've got two incidences where these things happen, or there's some form of protection is allowed, where she's able to burn the Quran on social media and there's no issue whatsoever. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, I think it's also important for people to note that when Lucas Gage got banned for burning the Talmud, this was before the creation of anti-Semitism laws. That's very important that people, they got him off of Twitter before Project, because right now what's going on right now is they're basically implementing something called Project Esther, guys. So if you look up Project Esther, it's a comprehensive plan by the Heritage Foundation, which is a let's just call it what it is. It's a Jewish conservative think tank, right, where they basically came out with an entire strategy of how they were going to combat anti-Semitism in the United States. And one of the ways that they were going to do it was anyone that, you know, is critical of Israel or Zionism or whatever, they were going to come out with this like entire strategy to go after those people. And if they're like college students or foreign nationals, they would get their visas revoked, get deported. That's why like college students started getting picked up. So when Lucas Gage burned the Talmud last year, we didn't even have the laws that we have in place now. I think if you were to try to burn the Talmud or do any of that other stuff now on Twitter, you're probably going to deal with harsher consequences. So the fact that, you know, Valentina can burn, you know, a Quran, which is fine. That's her, you know, First Amendment right. Fine, no problem. But if she tried to burn an American flag, it would be a problem. Sorry, a Israeli flag. That should tell you guys something, because right now, I think as it stands in the United States, the only flag that cannot be burned is the Israeli flag. But you can burn any other flag, burn any other, you know, piece of religious literature. But if you burn anything to do with, you know, Israel or Judaism.
That was the second component, Myron, I was going to speak to you about,
Yeah.
because Trump just signed an executive order which goes against the Supreme Court ruling, which makes it now illegal to burn the American flag as well. Obviously, there's two aspects to this. The first is I think they've done this because there was such a big pushback of them making it illegal to burn the Israeli flag. So now they've done the American flag. But that being said, it does go against the Supreme Court rulings, which is a protection of the First Amendment, which is free speech, which is the burning of American flag. So you had a Supreme Court ruling, which was Texas versus Johnson, where basically during the 1984 RNC, one guy went and he burned the Israeli flag the American flag, because he was upset with some of Reagan's policies. He was arrested and fined. It went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that it was his right to burn the American flag, and it was a right that was found in the Constitution. And there was about 40 plus different states that had anti-flag laws, and those basically laws became redundant. Then another case and then what happened immediately after that was they put a law in place called the Flag Protection Act in 1989, which again stopped the flag being burned. Despite that case, that again went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court again, and the case was U.S. versus Eichmann in 1990, basically once again ruled that it's legal and it's protected under the First Amendment to burn the American flag. So what Trump's done is clearly against the First Amendment, but that is something so that was the other part I wanted you to consider when you answer, or the second part of the question, but sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm on her page right now. Yeah, I can see that she's burning hold on, I'm looking at her page.
Just for some extra context, like this is like her fifth or sixth time. I don't know, a couple times that she's been running for different offices in different states. She's going all across America, running for office in different states, and she's only just now turned on to the anti-Muslim grift. She was trying other grifts before. You know, she's just a fraud. You know, she's just trying whatever the fuck works. She'll say anything, she'll do anything for power. You know, she's just she's fake. I just
Yeah, I was gonna so I'm looking at the video right now of her burning the flag. She has like with a torch or some shit like that, and she's burning it. She said she's gonna the tweet says, "I'll end Islam in Texas, so help me God. Muslims are graping and killing their way to take over Christian nations. Help me get to Congress so you never have to bow down to their stupid rock." Now, look, this is the United States of America, right? And despite the fact that I grew up in a Muslim family, and this might be offensive to some, or even to myself for that matter, I still respect her right, you know, to be able to say this and post this on the internet and do whatever she wants, because this is, you know, I'm as close as I can be to a free speech absolutist. However, I do find it interesting how she would never dare burn a Torah or a Talmud or any of that other stuff, because not only would her political career be done, she'd be canceled off everything. And I think that should go to show the big difference when it comes to who runs America. Anytime people say, oh yeah, you get paid by Qatar, or the Qataris are paying influencers, all this other bullshit. Yeah, really? If you think so, or Qatar has influence, I fucking, what's it called? Brandon Tatum was saying this yesterday. Like, look at all these countries that spend all this money on lobbying. China, UAE, Saudi Arabia, blah, blah. All these countries spend way more money on lobbying than Israel does. Yeah, but the difference is this. You're not going to go to fucking jail or get deported for insulting Japanese. You're not going to go ahead and get in trouble for burning a Chinese flag. You're not going to be, you know, fired from your job for saying that the UAE is conducting a genocide, which they are kind of doing with Sudan. So if you talk about any of these countries, despite the fact that they lobby, nobody gives a fuck. The problem here isn't necessarily the amount of money that's given. Rather, it's the level of influence where if you criticize them, you are going to be, you know, deal with serious consequences. And I think it's also important to understand that she's a politician, right? And I've noticed with, Charlie Kirk, and I've noticed with her and a couple other people that when they want to go ahead and try to galvanize an audience, what they'll do is they'll attack Islam or they'll attack a culture war topic. But none of them would ever dare criticize Judaism, which I've always thought is interesting, because if you're going to sit there and complain and say, oh, Islam is evil and it doesn't belong in the United States, it's an evil religion, fine. But if you're going to use that logic, I would argue Judaism is even worse. It's even more pernicious than Islam, because it's an ethno-supremacist religion that doesn't accept people. It doesn't allow people to convert. And quite frankly, people aren't looked at as equals in it, right? So doesn't that go against the equality and the egalitarianism that we try to, have in the United States? So if you're going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, Islam is evil, blah, blah, blah. Well, by that logic, Judaism is also evil. But they would never dare fucking say that. And that should tell you guys what it really is. It's not that they really think Islam is evil. It's that they need to go ahead and utilize some type of common enemy to galvanize supporters, which is a tactic that I've noticed a couple of different conservative influencers use to push their audience.
Yeah, Myron, I got a few more questions for you. I just want to welcome Lucas onto the stage as well. Thanks for joining us, Lucas. We were talking about you while you weren't on because of your ban for burning the Talmud. So we'll definitely get you in and to speak about that in a second, Lucas. But thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no, I was watching Myron and I said, let me jump in for a little bit, at least to say some things on this. So yeah, whenever you guys want me to jump in, I will.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. Yeah, we did speak about you, and I think a lot of people did tag you in the post.
I talked about how you got banned for burning the Talmud before they even really got Project Esther running, because I remember you did it while Trump, I think, was campaigning, and you got banned off Twitter for burning the Talmud. And I was saying to them that if you tried it now, you could get in some serious trouble, because now they pretty much got these anti-Semitism laws in place now.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about what she just did. I mean, look, when I did it, first of all, my wife said, don't you dare burn it. She told me not to do it. The whole flag and the Talmud, these were items sent to me by these people harassing my family. And, I was in a very bad state of mind. The whole year was terrible. I mean, you could even see in my demeanor lately, in my videos and my streams, whatever. I'm much more calm. My family's no longer under attack. The authorities are investigating everything. So I'm way different than I was just last year. And under duress, it's not duress. What's the term? Under, I don't know what the term would be, but these people sent me these items to harass and intimidate me. It's not like I went to the store and bought these items and destroyed them, right? The Talmud wasn't even the real Talmud. If anyone knows what the Talmud is, it's a volume of books. It's huge and it's thousands of dollars. What these people sent me was this like abridged version. And I opened it and I looked into it. There was nothing evil about babies and 3-year-olds and raping and killing. So it wasn't even the real Talmud. So one of the reasons I did it was because that day, like 6 people showed up at my house, all mom and pop shops. So it wasn't Domino's. It was actual small businesses getting hurt. So that happened. And I said, okay, that's enough. My wife said, don't you dare put it. That's not you. I said, I don't care. I'm just pissed off. Also the flag, don't forget the flag. I sliced that thing up with a sword. Now, look, that was a little theatrical. Okay. But, the one thing I probably should have said was, the Jewish supremacy thing. But, when I do my stuff, I try to drop as many red pills as possible because I know they're going to go viral. The Talmud, it wasn't real. I wouldn't probably have done someone sent me the Quran, like a lot of Muslim people like me. I still have it. I just put it aside on my bookshelf. I wouldn't destroy that product or that item because it means so much to people. So that Talmud that the Jews apparently got mad about, they know it's not a real Talmud. It's not like I burnt the actual thing. I wouldn't even burn the Bible just because people worship and respect these items. I don't want to disrespect billions of people, whether I'm religious or not. So I have the Quran still in my house, just put it on my bookshelf. And what she did was clearly unprovoked. I mean, look, I was under attack when I did this stuff. What's her excuse, right? So as Adam said, probably some kind of grift or some kind of theatrical thing to get eyes on her, which is completely stupid. And as a politician, that's retarded. Me, I'm just some guy on the internet. I'm not running for office. I'm not a politician. Can you imagine some guy burning the Talmud and running for Congress or any book running? That's the worst optics imaginable. And for what? Why did she do that? It was clearly theatrical and clearly not thought out, frankly, because I don't think how this is going to help her. It's not. So,
Lucas, I just wanted to add on to you. Thanks, Lucas. She's run a few times and lost every single time, and then moved state to try and do it somewhere else. But also, I saw her comment maybe a week or two ago under this guy, one of the employees at X, who's asking for what do you think? How should we improve this app? And her request was, can you give us more information about monetization, like YouTube does? Like, I want to see how each post gets monetized. I want to know how I'm getting paid on each post, stuff like that. And that just revealed to me what she's all about. You know, she's a hardcore grifter, and she wasn't ashamed to admit at that point. And she's just here for bucks. And I don't know if she's genuinely thinks she's going to win, or genuinely wants to be a congressperson. Like, I'm sure she would take it. I'm sure she would kill a child to do it. I'm being serious. I'm sure she would kill a child to be a congress woman. But I think as long as she just gets views, followers, she doesn't give a fuck. In my opinion, it's all gravy to her.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just jock antics to get a rise because obviously, look, it's working, right? People are here talking about it, whatever. Because I've noticed that she's really pivoted super hard into going after Islam, which again, like I said before, I don't have a problem if people are going to be critical of religions and try to say X, Y, Z. But my test is, okay, you're willing to criticize Islam. Are you willing to criticize Judaism? If the answer is no, then you already know what time it is. And 99% of the time, that's what it is. Whether it's a Charlie Kirk, it's a Valentina, it's Brandon Taylor, any of these guys, because that is the go-to for the right wing. If you want to go ahead and show that you're based or whatever, or you're edgy, you'll go ahead and you'll criticize Islam. But I noticed that they will never, ever, ever criticize Judaism, which I would argue has even more pernicious tendencies within the religion, because at least with Islam, it's an inclusive religion. Judaism isn't. It's an exclusive religion, and they do everything in their power to actually keep you out. And if you're not a member of them, they don't even look at you as an equal. And this is you can read this in their own books. So this is something that I've always found is very interesting to me whenever these politicians, run with the anti-Islam grift.
Yeah, her original grift was the anti-trans grift. She actually did the same thing. She burned like a trans book or something like that, and she was like, "My mission, my cause is to end trans," or something like that. And that was her initiative. And then she wasn't, I guess, getting the engagement that she wanted. And then she pivoted into this. I think she pivoted into something in between. I can't remember what it was, but I remember I think that was what she started out with. And she's just been trying to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Wasn't she anti-Israel and then now she's pro-Israel? Like,
Nah, she's
such
super
a hypocrite,
pro-Israel.
man.
She's super
Exactly.
pro.
Like,
Her
come
first
on,
grift was
man.
the
Like, this is
anti-gay grift.
disgusting.
Her first grift was the anti-gay grift when she was doing like I don't know if you guys remember when she
Ah,
got
there we go.
banned for a second when she shot the doll in the back of the head or something like that and was talking about
Oh
that was
yeah,
gonna
I
be
saw
for
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's all shock jock value, right? Trying to get views and stuff like that. But the problem is that, unfortunately, like getting Twitter likes and views is not going to necessarily translate to votes, right? So, because unfortunately, Twitter isn't real life. So, are these people going to show up at the polls and vote for her because she says X, Y, Z? No. It's all about getting engagement and trying to be edgy or whatever. But this is, just a page that I've seen so many different influencers take. Like, I've seen Charlie Kirk really pivot hard. Because Charlie Kirk's been getting, for example, with Charlie, right? So Charlie's getting like beat up on this whole Israel thing, right? Him, Megyn Kelly, a lot of these guys are getting questioned on it. And, Charlie Kirk can't even go to an event now without a graper standing up and asking him questions about 9/11 and shit. So he's like, fuck, because at some point, it's the elephant is in the room, right? He's been able to avoid Nick Fuentes for years, right? Because censorship did the work, right? The censorship basically kept them on the edges of the internet. It kept these ideas on the edges of the internet. But now that censorship has receded a bit, now he has to deal with these ideas. Him, Ben Shapiro, Brandon Tatum, a lot of these guys. I might end up debating Brandon Tatum on this topic here soon. But a lot of these conservatives, right, these your regular conservative normies, now they have to contend with a flank that they never had to before, which is Israeli control of America and the loss of our sovereignty for our foreign policy. So a lot of them are being put in a weird position because they can't keep running, the way that they are now. They can't. They're going to have to deal with us at some point. So it's interesting to see. But yeah, Kirk has like been leaning really hard into the anti-Muslim propaganda to kind of not have to deal with the elephant in the room, which is the fact that he's controlled by Jews. So yeah.
Yeah, and just on that, Myron, just going to some of the other topics. What's your thoughts about Trump saying that he's going to allow 600,000 Chinese students in the United States of America for studying?
Yeah, I literally just reacted to that right before I came in here. It's crazy, bro. It's it's wild because you know, he campaigned on going hard on immigration and you know, and here, let's be honest, like a lot of the times these Chinese are going to come here, brain drain, and then go back to their country and use it to their benefit, which some people might argue, oh, well, that's good. We don't want them here.
Well, it's worse than that. I think they steal U.S. secrets and go back and they
Oh
copy
yeah,
them.
dude, the Chinese are some of the biggest thefts. Chinese, Russians, and Israelis are some of the you know, worst counterintelligence enemies that we have when it comes to stealing our technology. All Chinese do is steal our intellectual property. That's literally all they do. So this is like one of the things that they're known for the most. They come in and they try to reverse engineer our stuff and then go back to their country with the blueprints and just steal our technology. They've been doing it for literally decades. So yeah, I think it's a little strange that he would say 600,000 of them. You know, it's like, dude, what happened to mass deportations, man?
Well, they aren't happening anymore, are they? Because mass deportations are not happening. He said he's given amnesty to illegal immigrants if they're in a wide range of industries, which is largely the industries they're in, whether it's farming, service industry, the hotel industry, the restaurant industry. You're basically covering most of the illegal immigrants. And then now they're allowing Indian and Chinese in. And remember, when it comes to immigration, legal immigration into the United States of America, top 3 countries is China and India.
Yeah. I mean, this is the whole H-1B visa controversy that we had last time too. You know, importing these guys in on H-1B visas, you know, is absolutely detrimental to the native workforce of Americans here. And here's the other thing too that's getting crazy. Like AI is going to start replacing a lot of jobs, man. So it's like, do we really need to bring in all these foreigners to take even more jobs when we're going to potentially have a job shortage here thanks to AI? Like I predict in the next 10 years, 10 to 20 years, AI is going to absolutely revolutionize how we do things. And though it might be easier for some, I do see that there's probably going to be some job loss in it. I don't see an example where
I
there's
think
not going to
every
be.
job's going to go. I think every job will be gone.
Well,
There's gonna be a
truckers are
huge.
probably get it worse. I mean, if they start having these self-driving trucks, there goes. I mean, even Andrew Yang bought that up years ago. That like all these truckers are going to lose their jobs because why would you pay a trucker when you can have this truck drive itself across the country? Doesn't have to sleep, doesn't have to eat. So that's a big one right there. Is the trucking industry.
Yeah, they talk about taxis as well.
There's going to be a huge amount of job loss because what they're doing, and I think that's part of the reason they're getting these H1Bs in. So you bring the H1Bs in, you know that a large part of them they can just sack them off because they're not here permanently, and then then the rest of them you can keep for the software engineering, for maintaining the AI models, because you always need a human component behind it. In my view, I don't think there'll ever be AGI, and so if you're always going to have a need a human component behind it, you're basically going to get to a situation where you'll have Americans who lose their Americans. You'll have H1B visas. Half of them, let's say, and it won't be half; it'll be a different number. But half of them lose their jobs because you're no longer needed. You've done the job to put the AI in position, and then the remaining half of the H1Bs will be the people who administer the AI networks, whichever it is. And so, essentially, Americans lose their jobs in mass numbers, and then basically most of the jobs are taken by the remaining Indian H1Bs. That's what I think is going to happen, Myron.
Yeah, no, it's very scary times ahead for anyone that's you know, a laborer or anything that could be like, you know, done on a factory type level. And I do foresee that coming because I mean, hell, I think Microsoft just laid off a bunch of people within the last year or two because of AI. So we'll see
And
what
they
happens.
hired H1Bs at the same time, Myron. So it's actually what Sully said
Ah,
is happening exactly.
yeah, they were
Yeah, they're
training their
hiring
replacement,
H1Bs.
right? Weren't they training their replacement, something like that?
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
And this ties into the whole surveillance state because you know, the big beautiful bill, the hidden part of the big beautiful bill was all the surveillance, the Palantir part, and the Genius Act was, you know, disguising allowing people to own their Bitcoin and crypto, but the end thing you got was stablecoins, which is programmatic money by the very same people that run X, run, you know, the Trump administration also has their own stablecoin. So a massive component, the only thing that's missing is the digital ID. Once you have digital ID, you have mass surveillance through artificial intelligence, you have a stable coin, then you have programmatic money that can be used whereby if you leave your house and you spend in the wrong thing, you can be slapped with a negative interest rate. You can be slapped with, that's the full programmatic 1984 package suite. And all they need in order to usher in all this is a nice dose of civil unrest. And with civil unrest, you use your First Amendment to get freedom of speech, which is you're feeding the AI algorithm. And then if you revolt and use your Second Amendment, which is guns, you're not going to be able to shoot the algorithm or the social capital score or the stable coin. But you will get a bunch of justification of why you should have a digital ID in order to, completely usher in this surveillance state. And the beta test is Gaza. That's what happens when you integrate. That's why they're leveling the whole ground, because they want to rebuild a surveillance state with technology. The beta test is Ukraine. They integrated all of this Palantir technology that they used in Gaza into drones. The beta test is UK. The Department of Defense has just signed the full contracts, the National Health Service, everything. The beta test was Doge. Doge was combining and integrating all this technology in the guise of taking on the national debt. The beta test is Saudi Arabia. They just run crowd control for the annual Hajj pilgrimage, or whatever you want to call it. The beta test is Europe. And now when you deploy, ICE and these private military forces, combining them with police across 19 states, you got everything that you need to usher in the digital ID, combine it with Palantir and AI, combine it with a stable coin, and we are 100% moving towards that police state. And your First Amendment doesn't protect you because it's an algorithm. Your Second Amendment doesn't protect you because it's all digital.
The Genius Act that you mentioned, that quietly passed in the middle of the 12-day war. A lot of people don't even know that was pushed on the side. As we were looking at what was going on with Iran and Israel going back and forth fighting, that's when that Genius thing was pushed through. And it got obviously no coverage because of conflict. But yeah, no, man, I mean, they're definitely moving towards, this tech move, this autocrat tech move is definitely the move of what they're trying to do. I mean, Elon Musk coming in with Doge, JD Vance is pushing for less regulation, especially when it comes to AI. He's going to be the main person that runs in 2028. We already know that's pretty much a shoo-in. He's going to try to take over the MAGA push. So we'll see what happens, but yeah.
Well, it's worse than that, Myron, right? Because in addition to what you said, you've basically got all of these deals that are being given to these mass surveillance deals using AI and various other measures being given to Palantir. We know, as you said, JD Vance is the Palantir guy, but if you look at the contracts that are given to Palantir, whether it's the Gotham, whether it's a Project Maven, whether it's the 10 billion plus deal that was given to the US Army with Palantir. So many contracts are either given directly to Palantir, given through connected contracts through, for example, Anduril Industries, or for example, through other connections where it's the Palantir guys in charge, and then there's a private company. You've basically got it where these people, and then in addition to that, which is part of the conversation that we're having, where Trump has administered essentially in Washington a form of police state. And I've always we attacked the left on this, right? Because the left did the exact same thing. They created a police state. They created a totalitarian society through COVID measures. They always wanted to do it based on climate change, and now and the right are doing it based on immigration and crime. But you've basically got it where both want to take away your rights, both want a totalitarian society, both want to take away your freedoms. Trump's doing that in terms of changing what he did with Washington, and he wants to implement that in various other states. But you've got this totalitarian state, which is being administered by Palantir, which is a corporation, Zionist controlled, Israeli controlled, and they basically have every single detail on us, whether it's in the US or the UK, in terms of all of your information, all your tracking. It's basically we're moving towards a police state, and everybody's agreeing with it. What's your thoughts?
No,
Myron?
no. I mean, no. That's an interesting point there that you know, that the left tried to do it through COVID vaccinations and saying, oh, it's social distancing, with, you know, getting a totalitarian state, and then now you're saying that the right does it through safety. No, that's I never thought of it that way. That is a good point that you brought up. But I think the bottom line is they do it through fear, right? Whether it's fear of being mugged or fear of dying to some random disease that no one understands. Both parties use the concept of fear to institute, you know, authoritarian power. Because obviously what went down with COVID is absolutely nuts. I think, you know, people forget that there was a period of time where you could literally go to jail for not putting a mask on. You guys remember that? Like you walk outside, you don't go to a store, right? And you don't social distance, all this other bullshit. Dude, they would literally put you in jail. Those curfews. I remember like at the height of the pandemic in, you know, 2020, 2021, 2022, like everything was closed. You couldn't do shit. You had to order everything. And, you know, if you did want to go out or anything, people would go to jail, man. You know, people lost their jobs. The businesses were destroyed. And, you know, now we look 5 years later, we're like, oh, yeah, COVID, that's like a distant memory. But, you know, make no mistake about it. Like it completely switched things 180 degrees. Changed the world forever.
Not just that, Myron. They're basically defunding the police by using federal police, which the Republicans were so against. And now, without even realizing it, they're for it.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
Joe, what do you think that whole, like, has obviously these 19 states that they're bringing in these federal police to? What do you think that is? Has he actually given a justification, or is he just left everyone guessing to think what it is?
And just on that, Simon, and I do want Joe to jump in on that and Myron's thoughts as well. When you look at the 19 states, the vast majority are not even the highest crime rate states. I believe 10 of them are not even in the top 20 of the highest crime rates. And actually, I believe it was a Diligent or someone did a tweet or whatever about it, which is that actually 10 of them are states that are the most likely to resist any kind of police state or totalitarian oppression, and therefore you get in them states earlier. So there is something massively concerning going on. This is why I agree with Nick on this one. Like, I'm very much like never Vance. I think bringing in Vance is the destruction of the world. He is like the linchpin of all of this. Now, I know Trump's doing it, so I guess that argument, it weakens a little bit, but what'll happen is he'll take that, add to it, and make it much, much worse. So Myron, on that, and then let's get Joe in on this as well. What's your thoughts about? I know we had this conversation earlier, but you might have had a bit more time to, maybe I don't know if you like, you know, what your thoughts are on the Vance thing, like never Vance, or are you still open to it, or what's your thoughts?
Sorry, one quick comment as well. A bunch of those states are red states, so this is Republican states predominantly.
Yeah, when it comes to Vance, you know, and I think Nick has done a good job, you know, because a lot of people think like Nick just hates JD Vance for no reason, and he just like, you know, dislikes the guy because of his, you know, Indian wife, and that's actually not the real reason. If you look at Vance's past, you know, with people that he's worked with, besides getting put on by Peter Thiel and stuff like that, there's a lot of questions there, right? There's a lot of questions there because you look at his work past and you see, okay, this guy was in the military, but he was like a spokesperson, didn't really see combat. Okay, this guy worked at these tech companies, but never actually showed up to work. Okay, this guy came out of nowhere and became, you know, a politician and was propped up by Peter Thiel. You know, we know that Peter Thiel is, you know, a strange individual in himself. So if you look at his entire political career, it's almost as if he's been like created from the ground up. And I guess it gives off this vibe of disingenuous. And obviously for, you know, being a politician, that's something that you definitely want to pay attention to. So I could see where his gripes come from, right? Whether it's him working with David Frum, who used to be a speechwriter for the Bush administration, his alliances with Peter Thiel, his links to Silicon Valley, because, you know, that's the only reason JD Vance even got put on a ticket is because he was bringing in these tech guys because Trump needed money. A lot of people forget that when Trump was running for president in 2024, he was in the middle of 4 different criminal investigations of 4 different jurisdictions, and he was being sued all over the place. So despite the fact that he's a billionaire, you know, that starts to drain into your finances very quickly. So he needed money to campaign and support, and JD Vance was able to bring that, as well as bring these techno individuals, these technocrats in that might lean left because he was promising to go harder on Israel. So, you know, if you do a deep dive on JD Vance's background, I can see why some people question it.
Yeah, his background is definitely sus,
It's questionable.
as the young kids say. Yeah, definitely. But I'd say when you look at his connections to Palantir and then many of the things we're talking about and how Palantir is basically controls almost already a lot of the AI surveillance aspects. And remember, surveillance was used against Americans and Brits after the fake war on terror through the Patriot Act and the Terrorism Act in the UK. You've got the same thing happening here. And so I think Vance is coming in is basically the beginning of the end. I think anyone like I think it's going to be huge, but I think all of us in all of our platforms probably need when the time comes to make sure Matt Vance doesn't win because it's going to be a scary situation. Even if it doesn't ends up being that he doesn't be the Republican nominee, but what he's going to bring is going to be really problematic.
Yeah, Vance or Newsom, they're both part of the establishment. I don't know why people are pushing the duopoly between either one of them. They're both garbage. They're both Israel first. They're both gonna sell out the American public, you know. So yeah, please, people don't push one of
No,
like a
but I agree
yeah.
with you. And by the way, I don't support Newsom, right? But again, when you look at the difference, one is part of the Palantir surveillance state, definitely gonna put all of that in. Newsom probably will put some of that in for sure, no doubt about it. But will he do it to the same extent where one guy's his literal puppet, to the extent where Musk is gonna abandon his own party to make sure Vance wins? That's the level of intrinsic nature of all of this, and there's going to be a lot of factors to it. I definitely agree with you that both of them are highly problematic, but I think Vance is without a doubt much worse. He's like the beginning of the end of times, like level of bad. But Myron, yeah,
Sully, you want the
yeah, go on.
you want the hyperbolic answer?
Yeah, go for it.
Just to have some debate here. Look, there's only really three reasons. Either it's public safety and crime control, but we can rule that out because these states actually don't have high crimes. You could say it's to circumvent local policy. So states lose their power because you have federal police. You're centralizing the police, and then you have federal authority over like if people start to resist anything, you have your own police force in there. Here's where it gets scary: is the similarities to this, and this is something I never forgot. Ivana Trump, in a Vogue interview, said that during her entire marriage, Trump slept with a Mein Kampf book next to his bedside, and he would read it at night. Okay, what are the similarities here? Centralization of police power. That's what Hitler did. Demonstration of paramilitary forces. That's what Trump did with the anniversary. Undermining statehood in implementing federalism. That's what this does. All in the name of creating stability and emergency acts to restore order that we know there's no disorder. Why are they going there? Right? It just doesn't. This is the worst scenario. Um, the best scenario, I don't have one. Like I can't argue. If you were like Joe, please argue the fact that he's just doing it to keep people safe or to get rid of, illegal immigrants or something, right? But even ICE put more force on people who are protesting than they did on people who are actually illegal. So, which is actually illegal to do. So. I can't even make a single argument of why he would do it rationally except for nefarious reasons. And I'd love to hear someone give me one because I really can't think of one. And I'm normally pretty good at taking both sides and figuring it out. And in this case, I cannot. All I see is a man who read Mein Kampf and is following things that Hitler did, one after the other. It started with the parade that he had, and now it's with centralizing police power. And he's putting it in states that he knows people aren't going to push back on him because they voted for him because they're Trump country, and then he'll expand. That's honestly what I think is going to happen. For what purpose? I don't know. Does he want to be Hitler? I don't think so. But I really don't know what the end goal is here.
Do you think there's a possibility that what we've hypothesized that this is the end goal is to have a police state where Palantir has total.
All right, so guys, let me hold on. Let me adjust the sound real quick because we are running low on time. Because we still have a Money Monday today, so let me fix the. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna fix the audio, readjust the levels. Give me 1 sec. Test 1 2 3. All right, so that should be good. I got the levels based again. I'm gonna just turn it up a little bit. All right. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear me good now. Yeah. So anytime I go, guys, anytime I basically go on Twitter Spaces, you guys know I have to readjust and recalibrate my mic, so I do it real time. But yeah, bro, it's fucking weird, man. Zoom or anytime I do Zoom, I gotta fucking deal with this shit. So anyway, okay, so we're gonna cover what's going on here. We covered Gaza, we covered some stuff with politics. Let's go ahead and cover this situation. Like I said before, you guys wanted me to cover this yesterday. I didn't want to cover it too much because out of respect for my guy, Rampage, I wanted to talk with him first before I cover it. I just try to do right by my friends, guys. So let me go ahead and read these chats, then we'll get into it. Okay. So we got here, Ghost JQ gives the X status. What Mirandi, I don't know what this is. Let me look here what this is. Okay. Oh, man, I can't even show this on YouTube. It's a dead child. Wow, bro. Yeah. Yeah, Ghost JQ, this is heartbreaking, bro. I can't even show this on, I don't, yeah. All right, Merkia says, YouTube niggas should have at least 75% engagement or shut it down within an hour. El Brokies join OSS. Ryan DeFeer, seems like these Mossad attacks are only when the stream is on JTube. Armania says, hey, Mark, keep it the good work. I got jumped by some people because they saw me watch your stream as I was walking on campus. Keep it the good work, man. Big fan. What the hell? People jumped you? Nah. Like, physically attacked you? Armania, let me know. Pimp Rogers, on the topic of Trump sending military to some cities, the problem with that is that it could potentially push the violence to the suburbs. I don't want watermelon felons in my neighborhood. Hey, bro. Shout out to Jay Diaz with the big $200 super chat. Jay Diaz says, as always, thank you for all you do, Myron. Thank you so much, Jay Diaz. I appreciate you greatly, man, with the big fucking super chat, man. Another Don DeMarco for you. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much for that. Sirach No Diddy's $25 says, haven't caught a live stream in a minute. Thanks, brother, for the wealth of knowledge you spread and the lives you save. Oh, yeah, for all the brokies that started the OSS discount back in early June, so y'all have no excuse. Get your money up. Yeah, bro, I ran a special for you guys to join for $1. Paulie Walnuts, from an economic standpoint, how could the economy avoid collapse of AI if replacing most jobs and people lose their purchasing power? Without consumers, businesses can't survive. I can't see the government allowing that scenario to unfold. They'd have to introduce some form of universal income. Otherwise, the U.S. economy would implode. I have a hard time believing this will happen unless it's an avenue to impose universal basic income and enslave the population. That's what I think is going to happen, Paulie. That's the point. Jason First, W. Frank, appreciate that. Masamo says, she did grift being an anti-Israel. She's a complete grifter, hungry for power. People like her are the last people you need for authority. Yeah, I got the video right here, which somebody sent me this from the OSS chat. This is crazy, bro. Hold on, someone sent me this in the chat. I think it was you, actually. Maybe it was you. It was Masamel. Yeah, I think you sent me this.
Influence on both sides of the political aisle in American politics. For that reason, I will never be taking $1 from AIPAC because my allegiance is to the people, to the Constitution, and most importantly, to God. My morals and integrity are not for sale, and I will always put America first.
There's a lot of Hamas people coming for me on my social media. I firmly stand with Israel. As part of a military family, we do not want World War III.
Oh, man, bro. Oh, man. Look, I'm going to show you guys this because I think it's important that you guys, what I'm going to show you guys is a graphic, but this is what's going on in Israel. Because a lot of you guys tell me all the time, or I said Israel, this is what's going on in Gaza. A lot of you guys say, oh, Myron, you talk a lot about them boys and what they're doing and all this other shit. Well, this is why, guys. This is why right here. This comes from Ghost JQ. Ghost, thank you for sending me this. For your discretion advised, guys. But this is what Israel's doing, chat.
يا عم وينها؟ وينها؟ يلا خلاص دشنها امسكها بإيدك خلاص دشنها يا عم وينها؟ وينها؟ يلا خلاص دشنها امسكها بإيدك خلاص دشنها يا عم وينها؟ وينها؟ يلا خلاص دشنها امسكها بإيدك خلاص دشنها.
So anytime someone tells you, oh, I'm Israel high or this other bullshit, or I stand with Israel, that's what you stand with, bro. That's what you stand with. And I apologize. I know that's very graphic. A lot of you guys probably don't want to see that. But, bro, that's what you stand with, bro. That's what you stand with. You know, and that's happening every day, chat. That's happening every fucking day, bro. Every day that shit is happening. You got a little girl. She didn't even get a chance to live her life. Dead. So anytime you guys tell me, yo, Myron, why do you talk about this topic so much? Why do you go at the conservatives so much for supporting Israel? Why are you so anti-Israel? That's why, bro. That's why. Guys, I see images like that every day, by the way, because I'm always on Twitter scrolling, right? Because you guys know I try to stay informed with the news and everything like that. I just want you guys to get a taste of what I see every single day. And it's even worse on the ground. So when people ask me like, oh, why are you so hard on this topic? That's fucking why, bro. And the reason why I have such a problem with it is because we fund that. We actively fund that. 70% of Israel's weapons are from us. We literally fund that. So that's where your tax dollars are going, chat. That's where your tax dollars are going. So, yeah, anyway. I'm sorry if I fuck some of y'all day up. That's not the intention, but I think it is important for you guys to see where your tax dollars are really going. And when these fucking stupid ass politicians say, I stand with Israel, that's what they stand with. That's what they stand with. Handy said to get off YouTube. Nah, they need to see it, bro. I have a little girl in that video really messed me up. I'm sorry, bro. Cure me. Hey, Myron, I have a quick question. Adding Paulie, how would the U.S. dollar collapse turn us back to the times of kings and peasants and make everyone, even with trade jobs, that wouldn't be in the future? Can you elaborate on that as well? And with distracted the Roman circus with our first world safety net, why Israel blasting us in children pieces is disgusting. Thank you for all the truths you share. That's a topic for another episode, my friend. I think you're discussing how would the U.S. empire fall. That's a whole other episode, bro. But yeah, you know, the entertainment was the best right before Rome fell, bro. They were in the Colosseum and really enjoying life before everything fell. So this is why I don't watch sports or any of that dumb shit, bro. It's all a distraction to keep you stupider and not engaged with what the fuck is going on. So, yeah. Anyway, again, I apologize, guys, if that fucked your day up, because I know that's very graphic what I showed y'all. But I think you guys need to see where your tax dollars are going, man. All right, let's get into the situation with Raja. There's a video here that I got we're going to react to, which kind of covers the situation. All right. So, as you guys know, Rampage Jackson's son, Raja, got into a conflict, altercation where he beat up a wrestler. Pretty bad. We'll kind of go through it and then the entire story and I'll give you my take at the end. And also, thank you, $15 tonight's Grapeler says you should do a deep dive into the J rapper Relic Rhymes. He's worn a Star of David chain every video and seems like some kind of industry propaganda plant. He made a viral song where he says, this bitch keeps calling my phone talking about $50. Interesting. And then Big Reality says, just want to say thank you for opening my eyes to the truth about women and Israel. No problem, Big Reality. And guys, Entropy is the new way to super chat into the show. You guys can see it right there, entropy.live/MyronGainsX. I'm going to refine it, make it a bit better. But I think Myron Gaines X works for it as well. But anyway, let's get into it.
Raja Obama.
This of legendary fighter Quentin Rampage Jackson, and if you haven't seen the video yet, he got into some pretty bad shit last night. So to give some backstory to this whole thing, Raja was invited by his friend AJ Mana, someone who's wrestling on the card that night for Knox Wrestling. Raja even states later that he does not care about wrestling, that he's only here to support his friend AJ.
Yeah, AJ's Mana's on the fight card. That's the only reason why I'm here.
AJ takes Raja to the back to meet the wrestlers that he's familiar with, the ones that he actually knows.
Now, this is where the altercation begins, or the beginning of it.
As Presidente, I fucking hate you. I hate this dude. Worse.
And that's when Psycho Stu decides to come up behind Raja, stick his belly out.
Now, this guy right here is the one that got into the altercation with Raja. This is the guy that he attacked.
Hands at the hips to get some camera time. Raja, unfazed, not caring, just decides to keep talking to the dudes until Psycho Stu decides to take matters into his own hands.
Where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to
Psycho
be
Stu.
worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little.
Oh, you don't.
So this is the first provocation. He smashes a beer can on his head. Now, you know, for those of you that aren't familiar with, like, you know, how wrestling works and everything else like this, a lot of this stuff is theatrics. A lot of it is fake, right? Oh, look at Mo. Mo's here.
Get the MGX merch.
Yeah, get the merch, niggas. The MGX hoodies. We make them in what is that size? That's
In
like
various sizes.
Yeah, that's a
This
three.
This a 4.
Or 4? Okay.
But there's actually I've seen 5s in there.
Yeah, man. Myron Gaines X store guys. MyronGainesX.store. You can go ahead and get the merch, guys. It is live right now. OSSArmy.com is the website that has everything. So get in there, guys. But yeah, so as you guys know, yeah, this is fake. We know this, chat. It's wrestling theatrics. But I'm explaining this to audience because a lot of people here might not be familiar with wrestling. They might think like that was real. Yeah, they're glorified stuntmen. Bam, there you go. Mo's a big wrestling fan, so he knows.
This is where things start to go south. Unfortunately, the dude was probably pretty drunk already, didn't know what was going on, and saw the camera and Raja and thought that this was some sort of skit or that Raja was another pro wrestler recording something for the promotion. Worst part about it being that this guy took one of these prop cans to Raja's head, not knowing that Raja was already recovering from a concussion that he got in light sparring from a spinning kick just a couple days ago.
No, I didn't go with my pops. How does my head feel? I'm still fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. It's part of the reason why I didn't stream earlier. I was supposed to stream going to fucking paintballing with AJ. But my head was fucked up. I was throwing up and shit. My dad is. Yeah, I'm fucked up right now, guys. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I know I need a fucking rest, but yeah. So I'm gonna take a break from it for a while, but you know my coach, my lifting coach and shit. One of my teammates, Andre, who was on the stream the last time, is having a pro wrestling show, and I told him I will come and support, and then I wanted to bring you guys with me. You know what I'm saying? Get an MRI. I'm gonna go definitely get checked out on Monday though. Yeah, I was throwing up and shit. My head still feels like funny.
Stu asks Raja if he's gonna sell it when he has to get reminded by his fellow wrestlers that he is not one of them and is not one of the workers.
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
Nah.
We're good.
I will
Sorry
fuck
about
him
that.
up, bro.
I know you will.
I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
After telling Raja that he didn't know who he was, Stu then gets reprimanded by AJ. AJ gets pretty upset and lets him know that he's just a worker and that he needs to not be on all the time.
You good. Apologize for that, man. Fix that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Tracy. So what are you going? Good, dude.
Nah, fuck that, dude.
No, so yeah, Stu, poquito, cámara pías.
Then the Samoan aunt tells us that Stu does this all the time and constantly mistakes stuff for being a part of the storyline.
Sorry about that, dude. He always thinks that we're working over here like it's part of the fucking storyline.
What kind of homo style shit?
Rampage. That's how we
No, bro.
Go ahead, Stu. This is all.
After getting rejected twice, Stu realizes that Raja was having no parts of his apology until somebody suggests that Raja can interrupt his match and give him his receipt then Raja accepts the apology.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were
I get it.
We're not working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your matches. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working. So we'll set it.
So he thought it was a part of like the act or whatever, and I guess it looks like they made up after the fact because he wasn't aware here. And then from what I understand, a receipt apparently is a like kind of a get back on in the ring is like it's like a wrestling term. It's jargon for that wrestlers use.
It up, well, I'll have him come out during your match so we could fucking seal the whole thing and we'll make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Well, now you just involved fucking Rampage himself, because that's his boy.
No, he can handle it.
Yeah, I can handle it.
I can see y'all in the chat fighting with each other. Half of you guys are saying like Roger's in the wrong. Some of you guys are saying the wrestler's in the wrong. I can see y'all fighting in the fucking chat, bro. This is kind of funny to see you guys battling in here.
Yeah, I can handle myself.
Rampage gonna come whoop your ass.
You don't need his dad. He handle his own shit.
Yeah, I got my own shit.
After setting up the interruption for Raja on Stu's match, AJ comes over and lets him know the game plan and tries to explain what went on with Stu.
I was in the swing. No. What he thought was he was a pro. I understand. Yeah. And another thing is, even when we are working like that, you don't fucking, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
But he doesn't know him like that. He don't. He's a fucking idiot. So when you.
Of course, we got a retard here. Flame X says Myron is trying to defend Raja when I haven't even said anything yet. I'm just showing you guys the footage so you have full context. Niggas already in here saying some dumb shit. Bro, yo, YouTube chat niggas are retarded, bro. I haven't even said anything yet. This nigga over here saying he's trying to defend him by showing everything so there's full context.
When you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there. Tag his shit, bro.
After being given the go-ahead to give this guy his receipt, Raja's on go mode for the rest of the night.
I'll get it there. Hey, as long as I get my lick back, I'm straight. I'm straight.
This is kind of the turning point in the night as Raja gets time to chill out and kind of think about everything and gets rage baited by all the comments in the stream.
This nigga got knocked out. I didn't even get knocked out. Why didn't you fuck that guy up? Cause nigga, if I would have done something, then they would have kicked me out of this shit. Then there would be no more stream today. That shit pissed me off, bro. It didn't even hurt. It just pissed me off. I know this is crazy. All right, everybody. This is like my third or fourth stream.
Now, at this point of the night, Raja's dad, Rampage, got informed on what's been going on with.
And from what I understand, I think Rampage was streaming with Sneeko at this time. Rampage was with Sneeko and Jake Shields in New York City when this was going down. So he's on the other side of the country in LA, and Rampage, I think, was in New York City.
And on his kick stream through the comments.
Yeah, and there's Rampage here in New York City.
I'm watching stream. I'm watching my son's stream. Where the fuck? Oh, he at the pro wrestling thing. He at a pro wrestling event. Let me call my son. Yeah, he at the pro wrestling event. Around watching dudes, men in tights and shit. I looked at his stream.
Sorry.
No, it's too loud.
Apologize, right?
Hey,
yo.
Because when I mentioned
did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights, nigga?
You said what?
Did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights?
No.
Why didn't you tell me?
No. You got a problem. Do I need to send my goons over there?
No.
This is crazy. I thought we were a family, y'all.
Did your coach take care of everything?
I apologize. So let me put y'all in the right direction.
I looked at your stream because my chat was going crazy, and then by the time I popped in your stream, you was hugging on a dude in some damn tights. Man, man, you shut the fuck up. I looked at your stream, nigga. You was hugging on some dude in some booty shorts.
I wasn't fucking hugging on
I saw you, nigga. I saw you hugging on your coach.
Sexual fantasies. You need to stop that shit.
No, I don't got no sexual fantasies, nigga. I got some eyeballs. I saw you
making shit up.
I ain't make nothing up. Okay. Okay, was you not around a bunch of dudes with some damn Thunderdome
pro wrestling show.
Oh, you're the pro wrestling show.
He wants to be mama right here. That's my
nigga, I thought you was a motherfucker at a baby award show, nigga. Everybody was all glistening and shit.
Drink the whole thing.
All right, long as you say.
You never know. Y'all keep playing with me and I'll go back to you. So get over there.
Now y'all got my son mad at me. Are y'all happy now? He straight up dissed me.
For the rest of the night, Raja gets successfully rage baited by every single person in his comments, letting him know that he's a fake crash out, a pussy, a pushover, and just gets disrespected everywhere that he goes.
I'm a fake crash out. All right, bet. You about to see you about to see how fake of a crash out I am.
Yeah, and this is where chat, sometimes you got to ignore chat, bro. You know, luckily, you know, you guys troll a little bit here or whatever, but I don't got a toxic chat like that. Bro, with a lot of these streamers, man, they got super toxic chats, bro. It's like crazy. It's like they want their guy to like just crash out and do some dumb shit, man. And I've noticed like with younger guys, they get rage baited by their chat all the time, like really bad. Bro, I get annoyed here and there, but I'm like, whatever, bro. Y'all niggas are annoying, right? I'll just like, at the most, cut to OSS. But a lot of these young guys, bro, oh man. Bro, like Neon, for example, Neon is 100% controlled by his chat, bro. 100% controlled by his chat. It's fucking bad. So, yeah.
Now I get a chance to get in the ring and do this and do some shit to him. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. I don't know. Fucking can.
Gets a spot in the Wild Samoan
Exactly.
Cup
Watch.
tournament.
Watch.
In November.
My dad can't never call me a bitch. Straight up. Tell me to fake him. They say I can hit him for real. Exactly. People think this shit's sweet. People think this shit's a fucking game. Straight up, bro. I'm just really, like I said, guys, I'm really fucking humble at the end of the day. This nigga ain't no fighter, but I'm gonna really have to show him, like, nigga, you can't just hit a fucking can on my goddamn face. W, if you wanna see me, you wanna see if I can pick him up. W. It was not a fake can, bro. It was not a fake can. I'm telling you that shit right now. It didn't hurt, but it wasn't a fake can. That was a real ass can. Bet.
After getting cooked by the comments, Raja gets impatient and stands up and asks one of the workers when the guy's coming out so he can interrupt and slam the dude.
I don't know when I'm getting in the ring. I can ask. I'm gonna go ask. Let's go ask. Y'all gonna let me know when I'm getting in the ring? Okay.
Right during the next match, I'm gonna sit right behind you. I'm gonna give you a tap to let you know.
All right, bet.
That was the only thing Raja needed to know. Now he knew that he was gonna fuck that dude up once he got that signal, and then that signal finally came.
They play some Motley Crue.
Raja then starts to pull everything out of his pocket one by one and hand it over to his trainer. And I think at this point, there was no getting Raja back. He was dead set on what he was going to go in there and do. While Raja gets ready to interrupt the match, the cameraman's getting different angles and even getting a little bit excited for the fight himself.
Hey guys, do me a favor. Smash the fucking like button. All right, we got what? We got 3,500 y'all in here. Do me a favor. Let's get the engagement up. Smash the like button for me, guys. Okay, before we get into this, now we're going to get into what goes down. Let me read these chats before I miss it and they pile on too much. Radek says, I just showed the video of my boys 12 and 13-year-old and girlfriend and we're all really upset. Yeah, I'm sorry, Radek. But now you know what's going on over there. Kool-Aid Assassin says, Myron, that Valentina girl is a Colombian immigrant pretending to be American, saying she comes from a military family is a joke. Her brother is nothing but a National Guardsman, aka weekend warrior, when Inky joined because the army gives some immigrant citizenship if they join. Interesting. Okay. Kumo D says, if he didn't play that shit, he wouldn't have punched him in his shit off rip. Oh, he would have punched him. Okay, I see your position. Armania shows me, wow, dude, you really did get attacked. Yes, Myron, I got jumped on my campus. They gave me a cut on my left arm and a bloody nose at the time. Anyways, keep up the good work, Myron. Been watching you since Pokemon controversy. What? Yo, Armania, drop your fucking Instagram, bro. Send in another chat what you're at. I'm gonna send you a DM, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, bro. Send in another $1, put your at. I'm gonna send you a DM, bro. What the fuck, man? We're gonna talk on the side. Niggas really attacked you for watching me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, bro, I'll talk to you on the side. I'll talk to you on the side. I'm glad you're okay, bro. Wow. Dude, if they really attacked you just for watching me now, all right, let me just not just fucking keep moving. Just shoot me on the side, bro. Shoot me a DM on the side, man. I don't want to say nothing on stream. Steel Fan says he's going to get charged with something. They better lawyer up. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Wow, this context background changes how I see him for, this from before. Thank you for the show, Myron. Yeah, I got you guys. There's a reason why I'm playing this video for you guys, so you guys kind of see everything going on, right? You know, I'm just showing y'all everything.
Oh, let's do this.
I can't really read what they're saying right here, but I know that the guy behind him is the one that gave him the signal to go ahead and interrupt the match.
Yeah, guys, we're sitting at, right now, we're sitting at 9:30, guys. Let's get to, we should be at 3,000 likes easy, guys. Come on, man. I'm still on YouTube. Smash the like button. I'm going to continue this show once we hit 1,600. Smash the like button, guys. Normally, I would have cut to Council Club OSS by now, but since I fucking had the other stream go down, I feel bad about that shit. So the only thing I'm asking is you guys smash the fucking like button. Let's get to 1,500 or 2,000 before I keep the stream going. Also, while we wait, we got Money Monday coming. Also, for you guys, join the OSS, guys. Quick word from our sponsor. This is my website right here, guys, ossarmy.com, as you guys know. You can go ahead and get your USC debates here when I'm going to be debating this weekend. It has all my stuff. It has the merch store. Join the Telegram to verify your status if you're an active member of OSS. And then here's the website. Here's a store. All the drops, right? You got the 110 new shirts, Cookie Monster. We got some new designs coming as well for you guys, right? Hats, all that is there. Okay, actually, I got one of the hats right here. And then, here we go. All right, guys, we're going to be stepping it up with the OSS, but only for the guys that are the real active supporters. So this is how it's going to go. We're going to start giving away merch bundles once a month. All kinds of merch can be given away to you guys for supporting. Also, we're going to be doing call-in parts of the show where members of the OSS Army can go in and call into the show and give their takes on certain different types of topics, whatever we're talking about on that particular day. Also, we're going to start doing shows, guys, where we're going to do parts that are only OSS members so that we can actually say what we want to say, put the memes up on screen that we want to put up, and not have to worry about censorship. Unfortunately, even on regular platforms, we can still get clipped and put out of context and still be labeled for cancellation. All the uncensored stuff that we want to do, it's going to be on the OSS members portion only. Now, I know what you guys are wondering. Oh my God, Myron, no, I can't afford it. No problem. It's going to be only $1 to get in, guys. All right, so it's 10 right now. We don't got the sale right now for y'all niggas. You guys didn't act fast enough. So you guys got to join in at the $10. All right, let's get back. Oh, and then this is what the hats look like. You guys can see here. Carhartt hat, right? Good quality. Okay. So, and the hoodies are Nike, guys. So, bro, we got some good quality shit over here, man. We got some good quality stuff. But yeah, smash that like button, guys. But I do have a discount if you guys want to join for the year. It's JFK911 is the code.
Sorry. No, stop it. You!
All right, so this is when he jumps in. And this is where shit goes crazy. I don't know if I can play this on YouTube all the way, but it was pretty fucking bad. But hey, it's on YouTube, I guess. But guys, this is graphic. And I think this like was 22 times he punched them. And then this guy tries to come in and step in. The ref is just sitting there doing nothing. He must have thought it was still a part of the act. Thankfully, this guy jumped in and grabbed him.
Hey, you gotta stop this shit, man. Hey. Stop this shit, man.
Sorry for the sound. I don't know who the fuck that is in the back screaming like that, chat, but sorry. This fucking idiot in the back screaming.
For the rest of the video, you can't really hear anything. The audio is pretty messed up. I don't know what happened to the camera, but it happened to stay that way. Basically, point of it is, he basically gets jumped right here. He got bit a couple times. He gets walked out of the place, and they follow him out. Raja makes it outside of the venue, and as you can see kind of behind him, I want you to pay attention to this dude in the blue. He follows him, he makes some threats to him. He's basically trying to get him to come back. I think what he was trying to do is distract him long enough for the police.
Yeah, that guy was a weirdo too. He like dropped his Instagram and like made a whole spectacle, the guy that was following Raja. Really strange and odd to do.
Police to come, because I know that they had called the police immediately after he attacked him. So I'm guessing he was going to try and fight him or stall him long enough to keep him there, or I don't know. Point of it is he was trying to rage bait Raja into fighting somebody else.
Tired of motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them a bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit.
See, you can see that there's a lot of pent-up frustration and anger for people calling him soft or weak, or maybe the chat trolling him and stuff like that.
Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro.
Vac29, thank you for the 3 gifted, bro. Appreciate you, my friend, for the 3 months.
Real shit.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go. Roger, I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger.
Big Reality says, thanks for bringing the truth. Big Reality, again, $3 says, Raja isn't totally at fault. I feel sorry for him because Psycho Stu was out of line. He was acting out of adrenaline, maybe assault charge at most. Referee a bitch. Okay, we'll talk about that. Again, I'm waiting until I'm showing you guys everything, and then I'll give my commentary after.
Let's go.
I don't give a fuck. You guys trying to jump me and shit?
See, there's a little bit of blood on his shirt, too.
You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro. You can't do shit to me. You can't fuck with me, bro. You can't
Now, these are the other wrestlers heckling him on the way out.
fuck with me.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you chopper.
Now, this is Jackson, or Rampage now, with Sneeko in New York. That's a YouTuber, man. He did a good job of putting everything together so that people have the full timeline. What's this guy's name, man? Good stuff, bro. We only got 2,000 subscribers, but he got like over 1 million on this video. So at this point, I'm sure Jackson is looking at it like, wait, is this a part of the act? Is it not? What's going on here?
Roger might go to jail. He might get banned off Kick too.
And they did ban him off Kick after this.
That was bad. I hope it was staged. I hope it's staged because sometimes people do hardcore. Some people do hardcore pro wrestling.
So this is when he first sees the footage. He's not sure if it's real or not. He's hoping it's staged.
Chat. What's that?
Hello? And then he gets called.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
He said he's in the ring flatline. We can't wake him up. And I think this is when people started to realize, oh shit, this might be real.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
All right, I'll call you back later.
Let's go. Ready? Get in the car. Let's go.
As you can tell by the heavy breathing and the pacing around, Raja did not want to hear that that guy is not awake and flatlined, probably thinking that he killed him and facing a lot more jail time than what he's already facing, attacking him. Thankfully, from Rampage Jackson, Raja's dad, we know that.
And this is the, I had it here somewhere. Where the fuck did it go? All right, that's fine. Well, I had the tweet up, but it'll just show it.
The Psycho Stu is awake and stable, and that he does not condone any of Raja's actions, that he suffered a concussion recently and probably shouldn't have even done anything that involves physical contact. I just want to know what you guys think. Do you think that this is just a string of bad decisions from Raja from the entire night, crashing out on someone who doesn't deserve it? Or could this be some sort of lingering early sign?
All right, so we'll go here with this.
I'm gonna stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go.
So we got to talk about the situation with Rampage Jackson's son, guys. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are aware of Raja Jackson and Rampage Jackson, man. You know, they've been live streaming. Clips have been going viral for quite some time now. And yeah, man, so, you know, I woke up today, and as you guys can see, this situation happened with Raja Jackson and a wrestler. So I would like to break everything down into context for you guys. So let's get started in today's video. Hit that thumbs up button, man. It really does help support my YouTube channel. And let's break this thing down, guys. So Rampage's son, Raja Jackson, was live streaming. This is what happened before he got into the wrestling ring. So let's check out this clip right here because that puts everything into context in today's video.
So this is how everything started, as I showed you guys before.
Let's check out this clip right here.
He's not a worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what was that?
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
What was that?
You don't sell it? No, he's not a bro.
Hold on. I don't.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll.
No, we're good. I know you will.
No.
We're good.
I apologize. I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker. You still doing camera.
I get it.
We're not working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working. So we'll set it up. Well, I'll have him come out during your mat so we could build the whole thing and we'll make something out of it. You know what I'm saying?
We can see in that clip, man, the wrestler slammed a beer can on Raja Jackson's head. Raja got upset. It was told that, hey, you can get your payback in a ring. So, you know, these streamers, you know, they do a lot of like scripts and stuff like that for content. So the next clip that I have for you guys is a clip of Raja in the ring with the wrestler. As you guys can see, he had picked the wrestler up and then he had slammed him on the mat, which is okay. But what happened afterwards is what I can't show. That's a basic wrestling move, but then, you know, oh, I'm tired of people playing with me and stuff like that. Let's check out this clip right here.
Hey, I'm gonna stand up for my self because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go. Roger, I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger. Let's go.
You guys trying to jump me.
Let's go.
You ain't gonna do shit with me, bro.
Let's go,
you can't do shit. You can't fuck me, bro.
Roger, let's go.
You can't fuck with me.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Hello? Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's in the ring, fucking bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
All right, I'll call you back later.
The Rampage Jackson put up a tweet and said, I want to clear up the misinformation about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, aka Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was part of the show. It was bad judgment.
That's where the receipt thing comes in.
And a work that went wrong.
A jargon term used in wrestling to get your get back.
Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing
And that's from the clip I showed you guys before. I think he got kicked in the head.
Anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and the kick for the situation. But yeah, man, I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, so, okay. Now that you guys kind of understand, right, the timeline of events and what went down, right, where basically he encounters this guy, smashed a beer can on his head, you know, to kind of not knowing whether this guy's a worker or a wrestler himself. He saw a camera. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and create some theatrics, etc. Going to come to a wrestling event tonight. Let's go ahead and build up some hype, etc. Anyone that watches WWE understands that this is how wrestling is done, right? You got to sell the story. Wrestling is kind of like soap opera for like men, right? I hate to say that, use that comparison, but that's basically what it is. And what you end up here is a situation where he gets his get back, but he takes it way too far. And, you know, look, I get it. He's a young guy. People pick on him. People talk shit to him, chat, rage bait him, etc. But this was excessive, man. This was excessive. You know, Rampage knows it's excessive. I'm sure, you know, Raja at this point knows that that was excessive. That wasn't necessary. You know, all you had to do, bro, was slam him once, and that's it, really, and get out the ring and, you know, let the theatrics play out. But the follow-up punches, 22 to be exact, not necessary, man. And, you know, this is just an example of not controlling your anger. And when you don't control your anger, you can really put yourself in a bad predicament, man. And what I predict from this point is, I know the LAPD is investigating it. I predicted this yesterday that they're going to do open a criminal investigation on this. With the virality of this case, there's no way. I just don't see a scenario where the police are not going to arrest him. I just can't see one. And because the case is so viral, because this video literally has been everywhere over the past 24 hours, it's been viewed millions upon millions of times. You know, the fact that this happened in LA, there's going to be an enormous amount of pressure on the district attorney's office to do something. You guys got to understand that in this new wave of internet and social media, now we have like almost like another, like a fifth column when it comes to prosecuting people in the United States. If a case receives enough attention and notoriety, whether through social media or the media in general, that is going to put an enormous amount of pressure on both law enforcement and the prosecutor's office to make something happen. And there's no scenario here where I don't see him getting arrested. Okay? Now it's a matter of what are they going to charge him with. You can make the argument that this is attempted murder. You can make that argument, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they tried to hit him with in the beginning, right? Obviously, they typically go with the crime that is the most egregious when they charge you. And then hopefully that gives them the wiggle room to, you know, do a bargain, a plea deal. Because as you guys know, most cases, 90% plus of cases in the United States of America end up in a plea bargain. And keep in mind also that the state is a bit more aggressive than the feds. What do I mean by this? So when it comes to state prosecution versus federal prosecution, the feds take years a lot of the times. They got to build the case up. They got to shop it to the AUSA. AUSA decides if they want to take it, whatever. When it comes to the state, man, local law enforcement, you know, whether it's uniformed patrol guys or detectives that are plainclothes, they have a lot more latitude to make what's called probable cause arrests. Okay? And they do it all the time. This is why, like, if you get stopped on the side of the road and they catch you with weed, what do? They can link you up right then and there and then put you in jail, right? And then they follow up with a criminal complaint after the fact. Shout out to JD Vance Grouper. You guys are trolling on a kick, right? They can make a probable cause arrest right there at the scene. So this is obviously going to be a state case. This isn't going to be the feds. This is, an assault, case, right? But you can make the argument that's going to be that you can make the argument there's going to be attempted murder just from, the fact that he was lying there and he kept hitting him. And it wasn't until the people came in to stop him that he stopped, right? And you can make the argument, had they not stopped him, he would have kept going and potentially could have killed him, right? Because he was acting in reckless disregard, etc. So the state has the point I'm trying to make here is that the state has a lot more leeway to effectuate arrest than the feds do. So one of two things is going to happen. It's either A, they're going to convene a grand jury and they're going to indict him, then they're going to come with an arrest warrant. Or B, they're going to write a criminal complaint in support of an arrest warrant and go get him. I think they're probably going to go the complaint route because it's faster. Obviously, there's probably a bunch of people putting an enormous amount of pressure on the LAPD and the district attorney's office to do something. Just with the notoriety of this case, and they're going to probably do a criminal complaint and pick him up ASAP. I think if I were in Roger's shoes right now, right, obviously stay off camera, hire a good attorney, and try to go ahead and be like, yo, coordinate with your attorney and coordinate a surrender. Because they're definitely going to arrest him, bro. There's no way I don't see them arresting him for this. I think that's a foregone conclusion. And I do think that we have a very high likelihood that this is going to be an attempted murder case. So yeah, he's got to get a lawyer, and a good one too. Because they're with the notoriety of this case, the police are coming. They're going to probably hit him with the hardest charges they can get. They do this typically so that they can go ahead and get a plea deal and go from there. But yeah, I predict somewhere in before the end of the month, they're probably going to pick him up, is what I predict. But yeah, this was very egregious, man. Completely unnecessary, overkill. Obviously the footage looks horrific. And the fact that this happened like on fucking 4K on stream is wild, man. So he's looking at some very, very serious charges, man. Very serious. Let's see here. Okay, we got So Boosted says next ad, Myron, appreciate that. Infamous NYC joined for the year. Welcome, bro. Jet Black says, I was always curious how The Simpsons predicted major events like Trump's election or Disney buying Fox after checking the creators' early lives. It makes sense, but you got to wonder how much control do them boys really have over everything. A decent amount. Isma says, W Stream, appreciate you. W Bill says, allegedly the wrestler was choking on his teeth and blood. Yes, I heard about that too. Furthermore, it was meant to go on until someone pulled him off. They let it go on for way too long, even for an indie show. Yeah. No, that was wild that it went that long. Like, I'm shocked the referee didn't jump in sooner. I guess he must have thought that it was like a part of the show. But dude, once you saw the first one or two punches land, you should have known right there, like, what the fuck? Like, jump in there, man. So yeah. But obviously prayers go out to the wrestler and his family. I think his name is Psycho Stu or something like that. I hope he makes a full recovery. But yeah, he had a couple teeth knocked out, chat. Definitely. Add more salt pussy says, Myron, do you think a good defense will be that the ref didn't step in and do anything? Nah, bro. That's not going to do anything. At the end of the day, he's an adult, man. Sig9 says, Myron, thank you for all you do. Sorry if this is off topic. I'm trying to follow a Greg Plitt workout routine. Greg was a huge inspiration for me, so thank you for all you do. Yeah, shout out to Greg Plitt, man. Rest in peace to him. Mr. Morpheus says, people are forgetting that in MMA, you don't stop until the ref pulls you off. That combined with his obvious rage is what likely led to the excessive head blows. The ref didn't do absolute shit. Yeah, but still, man, that's not going to be an excuse. I understand that that's how he's trained from MMA. You don't stop until the ref gets you off. But this was wrestling, bro. This was not MMA. And I don't think that's definitely not going to serve him defense at all. If anything, it'll hurt him. Because what they can argue is that, like, hey, you're a trained fighter. You know better, right? You're a trained fighter. So I think, if anything, him being a trained fighter can hurt him. Kinetic says, Al Sharpton is flying in to get Psycho Mike charged. Possibility? What? Get him charged with what? Mr. Morpheus, I don't see this as a result at all. He was invited to be a part of the event and instructed to go in the ring and fuck that guy up, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, Mr. Morpheus, bro, look, it's got to be within reason, right? So when they invited him to get his receipt, what that basically means is like, hey, just slam him, get your lick back, and that's it. Punching someone 22 times, bro, that's excessive, man. That's excessive. That's not going to fly, Morpheus. That's not going to fly, bro. Yeah, that's not going to fly, dude. Regarding Raja, that kind of behavior might signify the early stages of CTE. We can speculate, but I don't know. Rampage should try to get Psycho Stu on the stream after he recovers and try to amend things, maybe even contribute some of the stream's revenue towards his medical bill. Yeah, he could. Yeah, I think that'd be fair. You know, like Rampage had nothing to do with this, chat. Like, I know a lot of people are like attacking him or whatever, but he was literally in New York, bro. Like, Raj is an adult. Rampage had nothing to do with this. He saw it after the fact, right? He's obviously being a father and he's going to go be with his son and, you know, deal with that accordingly behind the scenes. But Rampage had nothing to do with this, bro. He really had nothing to do with this. So, you know, this is Raja's fuck up 100%. So, and this is me just being objective about this. I think Raja's like in his early 20s. He's an adult, bro. He fucked up. Straight up. Fucked up. Let his anger get to the best of him. He nearly killed a man. And at this point, they're definitely going to come looking for him. It's just a matter of what they charge him with now at this point. Okay, so Boosted sent me breaking news, Myron. Trump making his move on the Fed? What is this? Sent me a letter on the Fed? Let me look at this real quick. The White House. Yeah, also, you know, he's opening himself up to civil liability as well, because there might be criminal, and then this guy Psycho Stu, can probably come back and sue him too, man. Pursuant to authority to a constitution, blah, blah, blah. You are hereby removed from your position on the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve effective immediately. Okay, so Trump sent this? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Trump is making a move at the Fed. Okay. Now, all right, let me get some of this stuff going. What time is it? 8:17. But yeah, that's my take on this thing, bro. And then here's Rampage's response to what's going on.
Jackson is speaking out after a wild scene went. Rampage Jackson is speaking out after a wild scene went down involving his son Raja, who beat up a wrestler named Stuart Smith, also known as Psycho Stu, during a live kick event. The whole thing looked brutal and had people wondering if it was real or staged. Turns out, it was supposed to be part of the show, but it went left fast. Rampage posted on X to clear everything up. He said Raja had been unexpectedly hit in the side of the head before the match even started, and was told he could get his payback in the ring. Rampage thought it was just wrestling entertainment, not a real fight. But Raja is a trained MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and he ended up going way too far. Smith ended up getting knocked out and had to be taken to the hospital. Rampage made it very clear he does not condone what happened. He said Raja shouldn't have even been involved in the first place, especially since he had just suffered a concussion days before from sparring. That part is wild. His son shouldn't have been anywhere near a ring if his head wasn't 100%. You could tell Rampage was genuinely upset. On stream, he reacted in real time asking, was it that bad?
You're saying for it? It was really bad? That's what Chad was saying. They said it was bad.
Once the clip started circulating, it was clear he didn't fully realize how serious things got. In his post, he apologized to both Mr. Smith and to Kick, saying his biggest concern now is that Smith recovers fully.
Yeah, way too far, man. Way too far. Very bad. And I predict detectives are going to be, they're doing a watch party. I predict detectives are going to be grabbing him before the end of the month. That's my prediction. Before the end of the month, detectives are going to have him, and they might get him for attempted murder, honestly. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I hope, you know, this is obviously a very unfortunate event. I hope Psycho Stu makes a full recovery. Obviously, Rampage is a friend of mine. You know, prayers to him and his family. But yeah, this was just, could have been avoided, man. Very bad, very unfortunate circumstances, man. Really bad. So, okay. Do we have time for Destiny? So, Armania says, hey, Myron, Armand Redman is my Instagram. I'm the same guy who tried giving you fan art at Timcast DC. Yeah, bro, I messaged you, man. You didn't respond back to me. I messaged you back on Instagram, bro. Yeah, because I remember that name. Yeah, bro, because you were at DC with the thing. Okay. All right, I got your DM here. All right, thank you, bro. I got your DM here now. All right, so I'm gonna, now that I responded. All right, now I got you in the main inbox. All right, we'll talk on the side. Concentria says, here's a clip of Rampage saying he put college money aside for his Japanese kids and bail money for his black kids. Bruh. Man. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't miss any chats here. Yeah, I see you guys in the chat. You guys have your own it's like there's a battle in the chat. Half you guys like Rogers, half you guys don't. But that's me giving my unbiased take of what I think is going to happen next, you know, with this thing. Okay. What time is it? It's 8:20. Give me one sec, chat. Might have to save Destiny for tomorrow. Shout out to Font Alive with the gifted sub. Appreciate you. Give me one sec, chat. Let me just double check, see who's here, fresh and them are here. We're supposed to do a Money Monday chat. All right, guys. So we are going to start. We're going to start stream here in a little bit. So I'll pick up on the Destiny stuff tomorrow, or maybe even tonight if I do a night train. So some of you bitch ass niggas in the chat are saying, "Oh, Myron, hold him back, bro." Like, Rampage is a friend of mine, bro. I'm not about to fucking bash his son on the internet for views. Like, fuck y'all bitch ass niggas, bro. I'm keeping it objective and respectful here. What it is. Like, Rampage is a personal friend of mine. Not about to fucking bash his friend on his son on the internet for views, bitch ass niggas. Like, fuck y'all, man. Oh, go harder, bro. Totally attack him. Keeping it objective and respectful here. Stand by my friends, bro. I'm not gonna fucking pile on and attack the guy's fucking son when everybody's going after him. Fuck y'all niggas, man. This is why a lot of you guys are fucking weirdos. Don't have any fucking people that actually like or respect you. Like, I operate on different code. All right? I don't fucking backstab my friends when they're at their lows. Fuck is wrong with you bitch ass niggas, man? Okay? This internet shit isn't real life. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Some of you guys in the YouTube chat are retards, bro. Holy shit. No honor, no code, no nothing. Y'all niggas will sit there and backstab your friend if you can make $1 off it. You fucking scumbags. Ready? Like, here's a life lesson to you guys, bro. You don't kick your fucking friends when they're down. If you want to objectively look at something, that's fine. But I know Rampage personally. I like him. He's a good fucking dude. He had nothing to do with this shit. His son made a fucking mistake. A really bad mistake. But I'm not about to fucking pile on here when he's going through one of the most difficult times of his life as a father. So fuck y'all niggas. If you guys got a problem with me not fucking bashing my friend's son, well, fuck you guys. You guys want to say I'm biased or all this other shit because you guys want to sit here? I'm not Abba and preach, bro. I'm not Abba and preach. I don't just say anything for fucking views. Oh yeah, let me just go ahead and get a bunch of views. A lot of y'all niggas are fucking snakes and wonder why people don't respect y'all, man. It's a code, man. It's called integrity. And if you don't like it, honestly, fuck y'all niggas, man. Somebody says scaredy bum. What the fuck? Y'all niggas are bitches, man. Holy shit, bro. I can tell some of you guys are like, what the fuck is wrong with some of y'all, bro? Fucking crazy, man. I told y'all already, he fucked up, he made a bad mistake. Mo Ali says, W. Myron Smith facts. Yeah, bro, I'm just telling the truth, man. The source above mentioned, which is a huge deal, Trump can take control of the Fed board. Said DEI hired by Biden, she's under criminal referral. Oh, okay, you're talking about the for the Federal Reserve. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, all right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get going here. Trolls the chat, man. Anyway, let's see here. That's fine. People are going to always want, like, people don't really give a fuck about, they just want drama, bro. Niggas want drama for entertainment, so it's fine. All right. Okay, guys. So we're gonna go do Money Monday right now. Come on over to Fresh and Fit. Yep. Okay. Shout out to the haters in the chat. Gave an unbiased analysis, and dudes are over here still crying. Shit is comical, man. Yeah, no matter, the thing is, bro, no matter what, you're never going to please anybody. So you might as well just have your own thoughts. If people accept it, cool. If they don't, it is what it is. Obviously, niggas are going to sit here and be fucking weirdos and cry and complain because they want me to be like Abba and preach and kick your friends when they're down and shit like that. I just don't do that, bro. I just don't do that. He fucked up. We acknowledge that. He's going to get arrested. He's going to get hit probably with very serious charges. Very bad decision on Raja's part. And that's the truth, man. Let me make sure I didn't miss any chats here. Anyway. Yeah, niggas want entertainment they want cheap entertainment, bro. It's crazy. Hold on, let me pull up this stream real quick. I'll cover Destiny tomorrow, guys. Ran out of time for it today. But here is the link, my friends. I'm going to teach you guys how to buy a card properly so you don't get finessed. Okay? Drop the link for you ninjas. And just so you guys know, we're only going to be doing Money Mondays on YouTube now. We're pretty much going to move all the after hours and shit like that to we're going to move all the after hours over to Rumble. So, all right, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 5 or maybe even later tonight if I decide to do a night train. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll catch you guys tomorrow or later tonight. Peace.